Open Mic Radio.
You know it. That's right. It's KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. It's 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. You know what it means. Once again, it is time for Open Mic Radio. We're going to get it going with the first show of the new year, and one from our featured guests this afternoon. This is Tilden Sullins.
You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down. I'll give you the moon.
Wonderful. Okay, welcome to the program. It's Open Mic Radio. It is Saturday, the 6th of January, right? We got an exciting show put together for y'all, so stick around, all right? Lots of great music and a few friends stopping by. I'm glad you are with us. We do this most every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m. We do live music and interviews with some of Missouri's finest musicians and bands. My name is Mike Hagan. I'm joined, as usual, by my buddy Kind Kurt.
Hello, Boom Bill.
I get the special mic set up for you.
Special mic?
Use it.
No.
Here, try it.
Why would I do that?
Does that work? Which one?
Use equipment we actually have. Is this? Can you hear me?
1, 2, 1, 2. This one.
1, 2. This one.
Yeah. Either one of them.
Anyone?
Yeah, that's it, right? We're professionals here at KOPN. It's 89.5 FM. We're streaming on the web at KOPN.org. And, yeah, all right. It's a snowy, wintry weekend out there, so hope you're staying warm and you've all had a wonderful week, but maybe you're just snuggling up this afternoon and listening to some music. First Friday last night, I saw some friends. I went out, had a beer and a whiskey, but I didn't do much other than that. If you did had a more exciting night than I did, maybe give us a call. Okay, the phone lines will be open this afternoon, 573-443-8255, 573-443-7380. All right, I'm looking forward to the show this afternoon, and I'm going to kind of abbreviate our intro because we've got a few gentlemen in the house that are playing music this evening at Cafe Berlin, and they got to get back there for a sound check or something, I got a feeling. So let's quick say hi to Mickey and Finn and Hallam. Hi.
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
How you guys doing?
Good, man. Thanks for having us.
I appreciate you taking the time. What's happening tonight at Cafe Berlin?
Well, tonight,
I guess it's the three of us. I'm opening up the set with my solo act. It's the second time I've played in Columbia.
And this is Mickey talking right now? Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Then Finn's band starts second, Free Vice Collective, and then finally we've got Crooked Fix, which we've been playing in Columbia since like 2016.
Yeah. It's fun when we get to Hallam. It's funny. I saw Hallam, and I'm like, I had a total retro trip to my neighborhood and one of your first bands, the Blue Hearts Club.
You heard a lot of that back in the day, dude.
Back in the day
right
when
in
these guys were just kids. But anyway, I love it. And Mickey, you're playing bass.
I'm actually playing guitar and singing for the first part. Usually I'd be on upright bass. But
well, yeah, I was going to say you're doing a
departure.
solo thing. I was curious how that was going to work out. So you're actually going to do a guitar and vocal thing.
It's it's whatever I can do and sing at the same time, and upright bass tends to be more difficult, so I stick with the guitar.
All right. How long have you been doing that? Because I know you as a bassist primarily.
I've been writing music as long as I can remember, but really professionally playing my music live, I've maybe 4 times. It's very fresh.
And you play the keys too, don't you?
Yeah, I play everything except for drums, because drums are hard.
Yeah, and the drummers say, that's the only thing I can do. All right, Finn.
what's up?
Elias Finn. Elias
Finn.
Elias
yes.
Finn. Okay. You are one of the founding members of Free Vice Collective, or at least one of the core members, I should say.
Yeah. So Free Vice, it's really, as the name suggests, it's more of a collective than it is a band. It's really just me and whoever I can assemble on a gig by gig basis.
Right. Okay.
To get together and play. It's open jazz jam platform, so it's really just more of a place for musicians to get together and have fun. You know.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
so that's happening tonight as well at Cafe Berlin. What time does the show start tonight, by the way?
Doors are at 7, and then we go on. I go on at 8. And
Yep.
It's
Okay.
about 45 to an hour for each band.
All right. And what's the makeup of the collective tonight?
So tonight we've got Eric Birch on synthesizers, we've got Jamie Fetting on drums, Matt Luke on bass, Luke Milo on trombone, Marley Magner on the saxophone, and I play guitar and sing vocals.
All right. Great. So you got a pretty good group tonight.
Yeah, it's a full band.
Fantastic.
That's
All
gonna
right.
be awesome.
All right, cool. So once again, that's happening tonight at Cafe Berlin. You've got Mickey Jamieson, and you've got Free Vice Collective,
Cost of admission?
and then
$5.
$5 at the door.
$5 at the door.
Pretty reasonable, I think.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. I mean, look, this is a talented bunch of folks. Trust me. Okay, Hallam. And your project is still Crooked Fix.
Yeah, so
or one of your projects.
Yeah, I'm playing with Crooked Fix, but I also have the pleasure of playing in Mickey's band as well. So
All right.
I'll be up
Can't
there.
escape me.
I'll be up there twice tonight. So yeah.
All right. So for people who haven't heard from you for a while, you're back in Columbia visiting, I guess. And
Yeah.
what's happening with your academic and your music career?
Well, Mickey and I actually live together. She's entirely correct. I cannot escape this man. We live in Brooklyn together. We both just graduated. So
You guys are already done with school. That's amazing.
thank God. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last thing I remember, you were going off to Berkeley and Boston.
Yeah. So we went from Boston to Brooklyn.
All right.
Switched up
Yeah.
our B towns. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it wrong all the time. It's really messed up. But
All right. And you're performing music there regularly, or what do you or what's happening?
I'm about to start teaching actually, but we're working up to this sort of point. We're meeting people, getting that network set up so we can start playing out.
Oh yeah, for sure. What are you going to be teaching?
Just guitar lessons.
All right.
Yeah, gotta start somewhere. Make a little money.
I love it. And you're living in Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
And you guys have an apartment where? Give me the address.
The
Or
East
close, at
Flatbush. East Flatbush, like right down the street from the Brooklyn Nets. Go Nets.
All right. Well, I spent a lot of time in Soho when I was a younger man. I had a girlfriend that lived down there, and her mom was a fancy artist, and she had this real cool, 6,000 square foot flat, like in one building, and half of it was her gallery and studio, and the other half was like the living space. And I had I had so much fun in New York, and I was only there for a real brief period of time. And there's a lot to be done and a lot to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
You could spend a lifetime or more there. So, embrace it, enjoy it while you guys are doing it, and I wish the best for you. Do you have any particular plans with regard to music?
To pay the bills with it.
Well, yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah,
right?
I wish. We're both working on releasing. Mickey and I are both working on releasing albums of our own solo material. So that's something that will be in the works.
Yeah, my
over
first
the course of
single,
the next couple months.
Should I Stay on Schedule, which I think everybody in the room knows how difficult that is.
Right. I never even ask.
Yeah.
I've learned, don't ask when it's going to be released. Yeah. But you're working on a full length record, Mickey, or
Yeah, it's I think it's 38 minutes long, 8 tracks, and the first single comes out in February. I'll be playing that tonight.
What's the style?
It's a little bit of, it's influenced by jazz, of course, because I play a lot of that, but it's kind of got math rock stuff and pop vocals. I'm a huge Billie Eilish fan, so as many vocal textures as I can get in there.
Right.
A little bit of everything for everyone. I feel like you might not like every song on the record, but there's probably going to be something you will.
Okay. All right. And we don't have a lot of time, but I'll ask Finn. How'd you guys all kind of get to know one another? I kind of know with Mickey and Hallam, but I'm not sure how you got into the mix.
We also met in high school. I moved to Columbia my junior year of high school, and these were some of the first buddies that I met.
So you're a Rockbridge kid.
Rockbridge kid as well.
Yeah.
And we've all just stuck together since. Yeah.
Amazing.
And can I just say, Finn is wearing a jumpsuit underneath his sweater, so tonight is not going to be a show.
We're not messing around. We've got all costumes for everyone, and
wow,
you
want the inside information? You get it right here. Right, it's Open Mic Radio on KOPN Columbia. Catch Finn in his jumpsuit a little bit later tonight at Cafe Berlin. All right, Finn, we had planned on having a show back in December, but I got surprised with a Jamaican cruise, so we had to postpone and reschedule. So we're going to do that sometime in the next few weeks, months, whatever. We'll just get together and do that. Okay.
Wake up one morning like a Rastafarian.
I loved it.
Surprise! Jamaican cruise for you.
Yeah, man, no problem. All right, have a great show tonight, you guys. Hallam, great to see you again.
Likewise.
Congratulations. I'm glad you made it through the hell that is college, and you got what you needed out
Just
of it.
barely.
So.
Thanks for having us on.
You bet. All right. Take care.
Thanks,
Finn,
Mike.
talk to you soon. Jamie.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, so it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, and check that out tonight. Oh, and contact information, you guys?
My Instagram is, I think it's either M. Jamieson Music or Mickey Jamieson Music. I think it's Mickey Jamieson Music.
I think it's Mickey Jamieson, yeah.
Website's just MickeyJamieson.com, and that's got everything on it. Even my resume, should you care to do that for some
Wow,
reason.
we could have fun with that.
Yeah, you could laugh at it. There's a lot of dorky stuff on there.
Oh, I'm just going to have the AI do some funny stuff with it, and then I'll repost it.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. And Finn, for your projects?
Yeah, so my Instagram is at Elias Finn and Elias Finn Visuals, and then the band is at Free Vice Collective.
All right, cool. Hallam.
And then Crooked Fix is, if you look up Crooked Fix on Instagram, you'll find us right away.
Who's playing with Crooked Fix tonight?
Our buddies Joe and Connor, the usual lineup with that band.
Yeah, cool. All right, enjoy it tonight. All right,
Thanks for
guys,
Thank you so much.
Tell Dylan I said hey. All right,
Absolutely.
We'll do.
All right, once again, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We're going to get another piece of music here from our featured artist, Tilden Sullins, and I think we're going to play Overthink. I'll be back in a few minutes. It's KOPN Columbia, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
It's so hard to feel complete when you're gone, and it's just me. Sometimes I think that you think that I think too much, but probably
mic up there. Columbia. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, and music there from Tilden Sullins. And by the end of the program, I'll say that right every time I say it. But gosh, I've lots of questions for the gentlemen that are joining us in the studio this afternoon. My first one is that your real name, or is that some sort of anagram for something else? Tilden, hi, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, my first name, it was my mom's dad's name, and it was kind of a bet between her and her sister because he passed away when they were kids, and they were like, whoever has a son first gets that first name. What's more interesting is my middle name is Levi, but it's spelled LeVai.
Okay.
After Bruce Lee and Steve Vai, the guitarist.
Wow.
Because my dad was 19 years old whenever he had me, so he thought, who's the two coolest guys I know?
Bruce Lee and Steve Vai.
Right, yeah.
Well, I mean, he could have thought of two way worse guys. I can tell you that much.
I don't mind it too terribly.
Fantastic. All right, so Tilden Bruce Lee Sullins. And Sam.
Yep, Sam.
Are you willing to divulge anything else about your name, or are you just going to go, is that all we're going to tell everyone?
My name's Sam Quilty. There's no interesting stories about my name, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I took too much. You're like, okay, somebody has to be, normal here.
All right. Well, I appreciate both of you guys coming down this afternoon. And normally we wouldn't kind of interrupt things like we did, but I wanted to get a chance to talk with those guys before they had to get their thing going down there at Cafe Berlin. All right, so let's take a minute here, and I want to tell people.
JC in the house.
Are you?
JC in the house.
Oh, I need to turn that one on. Yeah.
You get on me about not using the equipment, and then you turn me off.
All right, I did it that time. It's on though now.
Turn me on, dead man.
Is it working? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So. This afternoon, we've got Tilden Sullins with us. We've got Sam. We'll be hearing a bunch of their recorded material throughout the show. Finn from Free Vice Collective. We spoke with him. Hallam George back in town. Good to see him still doing his thing. And Mickey Jamieson, all performing tonight at Cafe Berlin. Mickey has been on the program a few times before. And in fact, last year, they did a solo thing. Him and Samantha Furkey. Sam was singing and Mickey was playing bass, and I guess that's not a solo thing, it's a duet, but at any rate, it was awesome. And if you want to hear that, you can find it on the archives at MikeHagan.com, and just click on the Open Mic Radio button. Okay? Anyway.
Can I remind people that the show starts at 7? It's $5 at the door.
All right, cool.
I also wanted to add something.
Please.
So they're all very talented musicians, but I was talking to Finn outside before we started, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, the first time we met, you showed up at my apartment, and you were like, that's a nice Strat. And I was like, yeah, feel free to play it. And he busted out this wicked, just crazy riff.
Really?
And I was like, feel free to put it down now.
Stop embarrassing me. No, it's I say it all the time, but we've got a bunch of really, really talented young folks, middle-aged folks, old folks. Yeah. I mean, we got all genres, all ages and generations are represented here pretty respectfully here in mid-Missouri, and you guys are a part of it. So it's really cool. I will say, Kurt, just to remind myself and you, there is a band playing at Rose on Wednesday. They're called Volk, and they're a Nashville duo actually, and they're think like White Stripes, but like more rockin'.
Cool.
And they're awesome, and they're going to be calling here in about 10 minutes, I think, because we got a little phone thing scheduled with them before they come to town on Wednesday. So we'll probably have another interruption there, but don't worry, guys. We got plenty of time to play as much of your stuff as we can get at this afternoon. And
but precious little to figure out how to get to the phones.
By the way, 443-8255, the number here if you want to get with us in the studio. Okay. All right. So a little bit about your background. Tilden, where are you from?
I'm from a really small town in Missouri called Licking, and a lot of people that know it
make jokes about it. Yes.
Yeah, they make jokes about it, but they know it because there's a huge level 5 prison there. So I can usually have a good gauge on what type of person I'm talking to, and I'm like, yeah, I'm from Licking. They're like, oh yeah, I know that place.
Yeah, that's where the pen is.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, cool. So you're like a hard, tough guy.
All right, and outside of that, I mean, how big or small is the community? Like, you're talking thousands or hundreds or?
Well, I think without the prison there, it probably would be hundreds, but I think it's right at 3,000.
Okay.
And it's just, it's like a one-horse town.
I get it.
All you get to do is drive around. I think that's kind of what made me so into music, was that I was just bored and there wasn't anything going on. So I was like, well, I may as well do something.
Right? Yeah. Hey, well, that's a great way to go. I mean, there are a lot of things you could do, and
that's true. I could have ended up in the prison.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of things that aren't nearly as creative, productive, hopeful, fun, and collaborative. I mean, you and Sam met somewhere along the line, and
yes.
and clearly that had something to do with the music, and it kept you both out of prison. So so Sam, how did you guys meet?
So we actually met because he was in his old band, Self Hug. I went to high school with all the guys in that band.
Yeah. Well, I know Rachel Kelly well, and I'm sure if you reminded me of the other members of the band, because they've all sort of transmuted into other bands over the course of the last few years. Rachel's doing Leica right now, I guess.
Yeah. So before Rachel, it was actually Bummy as the bassist.
Okay.
And then Bummy was like, this isn't really my scene.
Right.
I want to do my own thing. So Rachel joined, and Rachel's phenomenal. She just crushes it. And Zach, I can't think of Zach's last name.
Gaines.
Zachary Gaines.
Yeah.
He's incredible as well. He crushes it on the drums, and there I was just singing and playing guitar, and I do really soft vocal stuff, and they wanted to do a punk scene sort of thing.
Yeah,
so it was
pretty
kind
intense
of
vocal stuff. Yeah,
I kind of felt like a poser, but I tried my best.
All right. Well, and then the two of you decided to get together at one point, and again, how did you guys kind of?
It's the craziest thing. I was hanging out with Zach a lot, and Zach and I pretty much started the band. Also, Brendan was in the band. I can't forget Brendan. He's an incredible musician as well. But so Zach and I wanted to start the band, and Sam was always over at Zach's house because they were best friends. And as we formed the band and started playing together, Sam and I would just kind of hang out and do our own thing, and it just felt more fluent. We had a very fluent friendship from kind of the get-go, and we just started hanging out way more. And whenever Self Hug kind of fell apart, Sam and I still just continued hanging out.
And how long have you guys? And you've been here in Columbia for how long? Because how'd you get from Licking to Columbia?
Oh, it's a story as old as time. I followed a girl up here when she got accepted.
Right. A likely story. Yeah. Yep. Heard it many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Sam and I, we decided to move in together.
We've been living together 2 years now, coming up on 2 years.
Yeah, and
you live here in town?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sam, he plays the keys and he plays some guitar, and I was like, what if we just made some music together? And he was like, yeah, I would like that. And we were both kind of in a weird emotional state as well. And I always felt like when you're in that frame of mind, the best outlet is to write music or just something artistic. And
That's where the great art comes from.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, I hate to say it. Well, I don't hate to say it because, but
the
difficulty and the tough times tend to lead to more. And I guess maybe someone would debate this with me, but I would say that the difficulty and suffering of life tends to more beautiful and thoughtful works of art than the opposite, than the good times, perhaps.
When do you when do you want to relate to something? You know, when you're happy, you don't really care who else is happy. You're kind of like, yeah, I'm doing great. But when you're sad, you're like, I wish someone else felt this way with me.
And even like all the happy songs, they're all happy because it's like, I don't feel bad today. This is the one day I haven't felt bad.
Today I'm okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, we came out with our album together, and I had such a good time. We spent like 3 months writing that album, which is the most time that
you're talking about At Least I Tried My Worst?
Yeah.
All right, so this is a record that these guys released, I guess, just last year. And I can say last year now because we're a week into it now.
Right.
You've had a couple of releases prior to that. You did an EP in, actually you've been doing this for a while, like in 19 you had The End of the Tens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be a musician or something.
All right, but anyway, and OWH, I actually is a song that you've released. I think maybe your most recent, perhaps, and it's a real clever, cool one, and we're going to play that sometime during the show this afternoon as well. So anyway, let's do that. Let's take a break, and let's play another piece of music here from Tilden Sullins, and we will come back, and I'm hoping to talk with Elias and Chris from the band Volk, who will be performing at Rose Music Hall on the 10th, which I think is Wednesday. So stick around. Okay, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM, and we're streaming on the web at kopn.org. What's you want to pick one for me to play? I got all kinds of. I got pretty much everything you've done. What do you guys? You want to hear something in particular?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing something from our album together. I'm trying to think. Like, Get Out of Town's a good one.
Well, then that's the one I'll play. Now I just got to find it really quickly. That's from your most recent record.
Yeah, that's the one
from
with Sam and I.
At Least I Tried My Worst.
Yeah, in fact, I think that's the sort of title track to the record. That's how you open it with.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. All right. Cool. That's what we'll do. It's Tilden Sullins here on Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. Check it out. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, and hopefully we'll have Chris and Elias from Volk. All right. Cheers. Back in a minute.
I think I just might get on out of town. No goodbyes, 'cause I don't want to be found. I might go to Texas, New York City, or Tennessee, where the only one that can hurt me is me. I think I just might get on out of town. Nobody to hurt or to let down. If I stay here forever, I'll never be happy. But I can't lie, the thought of leaving scares me. I think I just might get out of town. I think I just might get on out of town. No goodbyes, 'cause I don't want to be found. I might go to Texas, New York City, or Tennessee, where can hurt me is me. First day was cause I don't want to be found. I'm not slow to Texas, New York City, or Tennessee. Where the only one that can hurt me is me.
Wow, how about it? New stuff. Well, relatively new stuff, I guess I should say, from Tilden Sullins. I would like to ask you about some of your influences because, like in my mind, I'm like, gosh, it sounds like, and I can't quite fill in the blank. I heard a little bit of the Eels maybe in that last one, but and I don't mean to pigeonhole. I'm just curious about where you get your ideas and maybe who you grew up listening to.
So I listened to that song, I'm a Barbie Girl, on repeat every night since I was 9 years old. And it's kind of worked out for me. So it's actually very interesting. I listen to a lot of stuff, just anything I can that has passion behind it. Because I feel like that's what real music is if it, we were talking about like how it's sad stuff. The songs that kick your heart across the floor, those are the ones that mean the most.
Yeah.
And I just, like, it doesn't matter what genre it is. But whenever I write something, I typically stop listening to music the entire time that I'm writing it because I'm not trying to take influence from anything. And it sounds a little pretentious, but I just... I don't want there to be... I don't want to feel like I'm copying anything.
Right, you don't want it to be... certainly you don't want it to be obvious.
Right, so,
right.
yeah.
And I don't mean it in the sense that you're trying to do it without it being obvious. What I mean is that you can't help but be influenced by the things that you've heard and the shows that you've seen and the artists that you really like over the course of your life. You can't help but be influenced by them. That's how great music continues to evolve.
Right.
But there's a difference between that and actually trying to make it sound like this guy or that girl or whatever. So
I would say, it's really hard for me to pinpoint it because usually whenever I want to write a song, like specifically, we played Moon to start off with. And,
loved it.
That was my friend Kobe Sutton and I. And I had watched a movie scene, and I felt like really empathetic towards that movie scene. And I remember crying about it, and that just kept that emotion. And I was really influenced by that, and that's kind of where the really ambient guitar, that just kind of was me sitting there rewatching that scene, doing that.
Do you mind me asking the movie?
I think it was like some French movie.
Some porn movie.
It was pornography.
Yeah, it was called, Sugar and Spice.
I cried because it wasn't me. I was like, why can't that be me? That's weird. It was her that I was wanting to be.
All right. Are you... when you write music, do you guys collaborate in writing, or do you do most of the writing, or does Sam do? Or how does it work when you guys put songs together?
I have a song out called Takusobu, and it's very rough, very kind of metal behind it. And
that was on a previous project. That wasn't on this on your latest record.
Yeah, no, it was a single, and it was Sam.
I'm gonna play it in a minute, but.
Yeah, Sam was going through an emotional time, and he was kind of my muse for a little bit. So, and that especially so during our album together. But that was the first time that I wrote something because Sam was going through something, and I was like, yeah, I feel that. I remember feeling that way.
I'm convinced he's sabotaging me to try and get out more music.
I see him get happy, and I'm like, what are you doing? Don't you know I have to write music? But yeah,
how often, how frequently, what kind of a writer are you? Do you write every day? Are you a structured writer, like the people that get up and say, I have to write every morning at 6 o'clock for a half an hour, no matter what it is? Or do you just write when you're compelled to? How do you go? And do you do it often?
I would say it certainly is often.
Jesse Slade is in the house, by the way. Jesse, you missed Finn.
Oh.
But he said, hey, they had to get back there for sound check or whatever.
Fun.
Anyway, pardon for the interruption, but Jesse Slade from King Theodore Records.
What's up, Jesse?
What's
Yeah.
up, y'all?
All right.
So yeah, I would say that I certainly write often. It's not necessarily on purpose. I kind of do it as an escape. It's kind of like journaling, and I'll sit down with my guitar every day and play something out, and I can't help but write poetry as well, and the two kind of just go together.
That's your primary instrument, the guitar?
Yeah, definitely. I've been playing guitar since I was probably like 11 years old.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't know, I just sing, and there's a lot of throwaway songs, but sometimes there's, some diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's do it. Let's play another one here, and the one you mentioned, Takotsubo?
So that's the like doctor or like actual term for broken heart syndrome.
Huh. Japanese? You mean?
I'm not sure.
It sounds like it.
I would assume so.
It's probably. But yeah, it's what they use.
But broken heart syndrome.
Yeah. So it's like just from stress, your heart becomes like weaker, and you.
Hey man, I can tell you, and I'm old enough to be your grandpa maybe, but the way your dad gets things going, but the heart really is. It is very similar to the mind in a weird way, because it is affected deeply by the events and the experiences of your own life, and it can be beat up pretty badly, and
you gotta take care of your ticker.
Yeah. You gotta take care of your ticker, physically, emotionally, mentally, all that stuff, right? So, all right. Anyway, I love it. Let's play this. I'm not going to try to pronounce it again. One more time, and you do it.
Takusobu.
All right. It's Tilden Sullins, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Can't stop thinking of you. Late at night when I'm feeling lonely, I close my eyes, take a breath real slowly. I can't deny you're the only thing on my mind. Fill my head with thoughts of nothing. Do my best just to try to feel something. I don't know why I can't stop thinking of you. I want you to hurt so bad it kills you in your sleep. Waking up to thoughts of me and always feel lonely. Late at night when I'm feeling lonely, I close my eyes, take a breath real slowly. Hope to God that I never see you again. I want you to hurt so bad it kills you in your sleep. Waking up to thoughts of me and always feel lonely.
Right on. All right, cool stuff there from Tilden Sullins, and we've got Tilden and Sam in the studio with us this afternoon. Pleasure to have you guys here. Thanks again for stopping
Sammy
down.
boy.
Are you doing both vocals on that? Or like who's
Sorry?
the other, who's There's like 2 vocals on that, right?
Oh, it's me, like a double track, yeah. And one is more of a like desperate scream kind of vocal, whereas the other one's more like, you know, just singy.
Like the impact of having both of them.
Yeah, I think it definitely added to, because it's, I don't know, there's so many layers to whenever I'm writing music. Like that specific scenario, I just wanted to make something that felt like you're thinking it in your head, like very loudly, while you're trying to be calm vocally. And you know, it's.
And how are you recording this? Are you got like your own like home studio?
Yeah.
Or are you going somewhere to? What?
No, I do it at my home studio. I've acquired equipment over the years. I've been what I consider professionally recording since 2019. Whenever I started, like I got the audio interface and DAW, and bought, you know, a laptop to start doing everything, and got a decent microphone. But the first song that I released, it wasn't even released on major streaming platforms. It was on YouTube, but it was called Just Need You, and it played on Y107.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a cool experience. I like told myself, I was like, you know, you've been writing music since you were a kid, like, and I was still a kid then. I think I was 19 years old whenever I was telling myself this, but I was like, you've been writing music since you were a kid. Just give it a go for a solid year, and if nothing comes of it, then, you know, at least you could say that you tried. And then it played on the radio, and I was like, well, I think that's kind of a sign that I have to keep doing this.
Yeah, and
Mixes are solid for sure.
Thank you.
And a year is not a long time, actually. The older you get, I think you realize now as you look back, you go, wow, that didn't take long. So
yeah.
Some of our, you know, the backstories of so many of all of our favorite bands, musicians, are really, many of them, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them are really interesting in the sense that, you know, people know the you know, the top 40 hits and all that, and the Diamond Life and all that, but they don't realize how those guys and girls struggled for 15 years before they finally got the shot, you know, and got the break, and they had done the work, and by then you're a pro. You know, I mean, if you do something for 10 years, I don't care what you're doing,
yeah.
Whether it's music or, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. If you do something for real for 10 years, you're a pro at it by then, and there is a difference, and I don't just mean in the sense that a professional gets money for it. There's a difference between a professional and an amateur, just because the pro's just goddamn better at it, you know, and,
right.
and always better, always on point, very rarely off. You know what I mean? I think there's a great I forget who said my
Which one do we fall under?
We're on the amateur list, you know. I have a friend that I play amateurishly with, who told me years ago, he's like, hey Mike, you know, the difference between a professional and an amateur is an amateur plays until they get it right, and a professional plays until they never get it wrong. And that's really the way I am. I'll practice a song until I get it. Well, I can pretty much get that song done, and then I'm done. I'm on to another one. You know what I mean? But I can never do it really right on and just nail it. You know. So there is a difference, and
Jimmy Kimmel has yet to call me.
Thank God. You know, but shoot me, please. Right? If I get calls from Jimmy Kimmel, either somebody made a big mistake, right, or things are not going the way that I'm hoping that they're going to go. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so let's have you guys take a break for a minute, and I'm going to have Jesse step in here. Actually, you're welcome to hang. JC, what's your connection to this whole gang, by the way, since you've just been sitting here kind of incognito? Grab that microphone.
They asked me to come along, take some pictures for them.
Yeah.
Pictures and videos.
Yeah.
We wanted people.
Are you performing your job? I don't see you taking many pictures.
Has that been
Oh,
going?
Or have you been doing a lot of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're stealth at it. Okay.
Yeah, you're not getting any money for this, by the way.
She's not being paid. All right. Well, thank you for coming down as well.
Absolutely,
All right. All right. Cool. All right. Hey, Jesse, come on in, my brother.
You guys don't have to.
No, don't. In fact, you guys stay where you at, and we'll just. Anyway, okay. Just.
I'll steal this mic.
Yeah. That's cool.
Here, somebody take this mic.
That was great. That was awesome.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
Yeah.
And Jesse Slade from King Theodore Records. Hello, my friend.
Up? How you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Not too much, man.
Dude, you guys. Okay, so first, I know you do some stuff First Fridays down there at the record store, but I really know that you got a show coming next Friday with Manny Petty because Luke was here last Saturday. Luke Sabbath, the guy who plays guitar for Manny Petty, and was talking about they were looking forward to playing at your place.
Yeah, that's so funny. I
Coming
didn't
up.
realize. But I wish I would have met them then because I haven't met any of the Manny Petty people. But
Luke's.
I hear they're great.
Oh, they're fantastic. And in fact, Memphis Chris, I think Lauren, who is the front girl singer for the band. Yeah. No, the drummer. Arlo, the drummer
is my cousin.
Okay, Arlo is
Just
Memphis
kinda
Chris' cousin.
By marriage, sort of.
All right,
Okay.
I ran into Arlo at Billiards having a cheeseburger with Alex and Lucas the other morning, and anyway, so that's going to be that'll be a lot of fun.
I think it's going to be pretty packed out. It's going to be fun. Get
how
there
did
early.
how did that come together? And actually, how do you? Well, first of all, how are things at the record store?
Things at the record store are always great.
Good.
I work the best job in the world.
That's awesome.
Create the job that you want to work. That's what I always say.
Awesome.
And I've done that, so can't complain.
So how do you put shows together and stuff like that? Because you do it once or twice a month, and it's usually sort of an event. So
yeah, it's growing. Usually, it all kind of depends. I've had people hit me up, like bands from Texas. Like I just dropped on my YouTube channel. I think we talked about them on air one time.
Yeah.
This band called User Unauthorized. I just dropped that video.
Great name, by the way.
I just dropped that video this week, and it's doing pretty well. But they hit me up because they had a venue in Kansas City kind of cancel on them, and they hit me up on Instagram. And were like, "Do you have a place that we can play?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Wow, just sort of off the cuff.
So sometimes that'll happen. I'm kind of getting a little bit of traction now. It's like a weird little underground type venue. So a lot of like younger bands will hit me up and be like, "Yo, do you want to throw something together?" And usually I'm all about giving a platform to people.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. Public radio, public record shops. That's what it's all about.
I love it.
So yeah, I just try to give the platform. This band called Based on Confusion hit me up actually on Instagram again. Yeah,
the names. I mean,
it's
always
so good. They're always so clever. But they hit me up and they were like, "Yo, we're trying to do this. We're trying to start this cross Missouri tour. Do you have a spot that we could play in Columbia?" And I'm like, "Absolutely."
Sure.
So we corresponded all through online and everything, and ended up throwing together this bill that I think should be pretty fun. They're bringing a couple other bands. I think they're from Sedalia. So they're bringing a couple other bands, and then Manny Petty's gonna play, and
that's all. So there's a number of bands on the bill next Friday.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be like 5.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna start at 7. It's gonna go late.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So for people unfamiliar, where are you guys located?
North Village Arts District, down by Fretboard Coffee, right by the Wabash bus station. They're in the middle of changing our address to Artist Alley, so look out for those signs. So we'll actually have an address that'll take you to us. So that'll be fun.
Behind Walnut. Right?
Behind Walnut, yeah, parallel to Walnut, directly behind.
Yeah, if you got to run out of the backside of Ernie's.
Exactly.
You'll end up there. So,
If
all right.
you take the bus, though, you can get off the bus.
Right there. You can take the Greyhound from anywhere in the nation.
Hop on the bus, yes. No need to discuss bus.
Yeah, no need to discuss bus.
That's right. Just drop off the Keeley and get yourself free.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to mention. I just got an email or a text from Dylan McCord. Dylan is a remarkable singer-songwriter, but he's also one of the best sound guys that I've ever come across. And he, did sound at the Blue Note for years and years. But now he's still working for Richard down there at Cooper's. But Dylan's now involved in the music, both booking and doing the sound at Cafe Berlin, and that's a huge deal. I'm telling you. He'll
probably be doing that tonight.
Yeah. So anyway, so Dylan just texted and was talking about the show tonight at Berlin, and just wanted to say hi because he was thinking about coming down here. But he was here last week for the New Year's show. And he played a few songs, and he actually helped out with the sound here at the station. Which
is why people didn't sound so distant back when we had him on.
Anyway, it sounded better than it usually does. So I want to just shout out quickly to all the people that came and played and visited last week for our New Year's show. Dick Johnson performed a bunch of songs, fantastic. Dave Angle was here, Justin Hickerson, Dylan McCord, Ty Toomson played a couple songs, Nathan James, Paul Meyer, Kind Kurt, of course, and Memphis Chris played a couple for us. Lou Nevins stopped by, didn't play anything, but stopped by. He's got some great new music. Luke Sabbath, I mentioned, from Manny Petty. They've got this big thing coming up at King Theodore next Friday. Travis Foyt's and the guys from Don't Mind Dying. Everyone was here last Saturday, and I just really want to say thank you.
On a dynamite show.
Really.
Yeah, that was killer.
Right, just a huge thanks to everyone who was a part of that show, and it was a total blast and a great way to end the year. So if you missed that show, get the podcast. It's out there on my website at mikehagan.com. And so stick around. Rashumba and a reggae party coming after this.
Rashumba!
And Blues on Broadway, 8 o'clock to 11 after Rashumba, and just keep it dialed in here, okay? KOPN, around the clock. We've got it. It's your imagination station, 89.5 on the FM dial. We're streaming on the web at kopn.org, all right? Okay, we've got the whole gang here. Clark's back he's been on a hiatus for a couple weeks. Clark?
Study break.
All right, study break. Memphis Chris is here. We've got Jesse Slade's in the house. We got Sam and Tilden. Kurt's here. I was hoping to get a call from the band Volk, but I don't know if they missed it, or Volk. Well, if you speak German, you pronounce the V with an F, so you pronounce Volk. That's like Volkswagen is Volkswagen. So what I will do though is
I've never driven a Volkswagen.
I'm going to play a song from Volk, and I'm going to send them a note, see if maybe I can still get them. But we'll play a couple of songs maybe from Volk, and then we'll come back from that, and we'll talk some more with Tilden and Sam, and we've got another hour of the program to get some more music from those two, and maybe your phone calls, and I don't know, we'll see where it goes. All right, Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, and check it out. This is Volk. Yeah.
Kick out the jams.
That is the band Volk, and they're a duo from Nashville, Tennessee, and if we're lucky, we might just have them on the telephone here. Let me see who's calling here. Hi, it's Open Mic Radio. Who's this?
Hey, it's Chris.
Hey, Chris. How are you, my friend?
We're fine. We are lame. Completely blank. I have family in town, and I was like, oh, I got to remember to do this. And then we all forgot.
Well, I
know where Elliot is.
I was expecting a little bit earlier, but I was keeping my eyes on the phone, so no problem at all. I'm glad you made it. Not at all. For people unfamiliar, maybe tell people a little bit about your band. You and Elliot are coming to town here in Columbia, Missouri. You've been here before. I saw you actually a few months ago with the Hoot and Hollers out there at Rose Park. But you're coming, I guess it's on Tuesday night, I guess.
On Tuesday night at Rose Music Hall. We are very excited to come play. We played some amazing shows at Rose Music Hall. We've gotten to open for the Hoot and Hollers this summer. Before that we were opening for Electric Six.
Oh, cool.
Electric Six. If folks don't know, that they have a fun song called Danger High Voltage. But we opened for them, and we love coming to Columbia. So we're very excited to be back on Tuesday. Volk is a rock and roll duo comprised of me, Chris Lowe. I play a kind of a guitar / bass fusion rig thing. And Elliot, my bandmate, she plays drums and does a lot of cool singing. And sometimes I guess you could call what I do singing.
Yeah, you do some vocals too. Yeah.
I do some vocals. I yell at people about snakes.
Right.
Things like that.
Now, hey, if you're a bunch of giggling and chatting in the background, we got a whole studio full of people here this afternoon. We've a bunch of local artists and business owners joining us here. So you're on speakerphone, if you know what I mean. And
awesome! They can probably sit and judge me of like, this guy. How can that?
Well,
my dad and my sister came into town kind of just like on a whim from Texas, and we've been running around. It's like, I have to remember to do this.
Are you guys still in Nashville right now?
We are. We're the Rose Music Hall will be our first.
That's your first stop.
It'll be a first leg of a month-long tour that we're about to start. So you guys are getting us west.
All right, very cool. Chris, let me take a quick second. We're just top of the hour here. I want to remind people that they're listening to KOPN Columbia 89.5 FM. We're streaming on the web at kopn.org. My name is Mike Hagan. This is Open Mic Radio. We do this every Saturday afternoon, most Saturday afternoons, right, Kurt?
The second Saturday.
That's right. We won't be here next week. But we do live music and interviews with some of Missouri's finest musicians and bands, and we're stretching it out this week down to Nashville, Tennessee. Chris.
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm just thrilled to talk with you and to say hi, because I've been sort of a fan for a few years. I think you know that John and Andy from the Hoot and Hollers are good friends of mine for many years, and so and while they're on the road, I'm always sending them notes saying, hey, when you're out there, give us tips on who you're coming across, that you're playing with, or that you're seeing in venues, when you're out there on the road. And yours was one of the answers that I got one time, and I was thrilled to be introduced to your music. So it's real cool what you and Elliot are doing. You two met like in Europe, if I remember right. Is that correct?
It's a crazy story. In another life, Elliot and I were both international teachers.
I knew that. I knew I remembered that, right? Okay, cool.
In Berlin, Germany, and neither of us really enjoyed it, and we both just separately, because we're expats. I'm from Texas, Elias from California, but we came to Berlin separately. But we met at the same open mics. First being Madame Claude. In Berlin, and it was a fun little listening room, and I know it doesn't look like it on stage when they're actually pretty shy most of the time, and that was a very very safe space for me to go and experiment and find out what I wanted to do, because all I ever really wanted to do was play guitar.
Wow.
So
what's your background? What's your musical background? I mean, are you self-taught, or were you classically trained, or?
No, I had like 4 lessons when I was a kid, and as soon as like the teacher taught me how to play bar chords and smell like Teen Spirit, like I'm out, I'm done, I got it. All I want to do.
Right.
But I mean, I've loved music, and I've played guitar since I was about 10. Never trained or anything. I can't read notes. I know the pentatonic blues scale and some licks. And then I got really, very much so with the Volk project, very much into pedal work and seeing how different pedals can be combined to make weird noises, and which are, kind of important when you're a duo and you're trying to create dynamics. And that's a big important thing for Elliot and I, is that we want to be dynamic as possible, and studying just how different people do that, including Hoot and Hollers, who have like a very unique setup, and how like Kelly kind of provides the bass with the baritone sax, which is really cool. And it's actually very cool. My sister is in town, and she is a great baritone sax player.
Wow.
So I'm always like recommending, you gotta check out Hoot and Hollers. You gotta check out Hoot and Hollers. They're amazing. And we love them so much. We actually have the same booker, Brad Raffinow. So
Brad's great.
You guys gotta throw us on put us on a tour together. It'll be the most organized, well-planned tour of all time.
Oh my God! Yeah, and you got Kelly runs the show. I mean, I mean, she's amazing. And it's interesting that you made that comment. The Hoot and Hollers, they were been together as a band since around 2006 or 7, and they've had a couple of different incarnations. It's always been John and Andy, but there was a guy named Paul Weber, who's a great harmonica player and a writer, and actually has a couple of his own projects over the years here. But Paul played harmonica for him for a while, and that was real cool. But when they brought Kelly into the mix, it was that was the game changer, and she's remarkable, and her husband is I'm coming to a blank. It's Ryan Koenig.
I was trying to remember it myself. He's a great musician himself. He's
amazing.
Been on the road with Polka Lafarge, right?
Yeah, he used to tour with Polka Lafarge, and he has a project now. It's that's called the Golden Rods, and it's him and Kelly and a young lady named Jessie. It's another really cool project. But anyway, there's just so much talent that's just kind of floating around among all of you, and it's so cool that they hooked up with you guys, and you guys kind of connected, and I love it. So
it's really weird because we started out as big, huge fans of them. And now we've become friends. Like I remember, like we were so like just smitten when we met them at a really cool music festival up in Appleton, Wisconsin, Knowledge Music. And they actually came up and introduced themselves, because I think at that time Brad was kind of like scouting, like trying to figure out if he wanted to be our booker, and so I think he sent Hoot and Hollers to check us out.
That's great.
We were just like, what? You guys are the Hoot and Hollers. You guys are amazing. We've like listened to you guys for years.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I love the networking. I love the small worldness of it, and I just think it's fantastic. So
it's really awesome. Like when you are in this community, like I had my 40th birthday in October, and I was like realizing like I don't really like all of my friends. Like it was hard to like have people at the party because all of my friends and associates are like all scattered around. And my bandmate Ellie did like a really sweet thing of she had like everybody like send in an Instagram video, and I got to see like, oh wow, we go everywhere. Man. This is awesome. Like so many cool and talented and wonderful people that you get to meet in the industry. None of us are making any money, but we at least get to have friends.
Well, I tell you what, and there's something to be said for that. You're on community radio right now, as a matter of fact, and some of the best, frankly, some of the best radio you'll hear in mid-Missouri is coming from places where people don't make any money. So
exactly, oh God, community radio and public radio are just so like probably never before, just so important. Like that's a whole other discussion.
Right. Oh my gosh, you're not kidding.
'96 and Bill Clinton getting rid of whatever it was, the law, and then the birth of streaming and things like that. But like community radio, like anybody listening right now, like definitely thank you guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, hey Chris, so let's refresh people on what's happening on, I guess it's Tuesday night.
Yes, Tuesday night. I believe doors are 7. I might be making this up. Fact check me. I'm outside.
Yeah, it'll be 7 or 8, something like that, down at Rose Music Hall for sure.
Yeah. And we got Barroom Billy's opening the show.
Oh, hey, I just got intel that the doors are actually at 6:30 for this show. So,
6:30.
Yes.
Okay. 6:30. But we have Barroom Billy's open the show, and then we'll play, and we'll have a great Tuesday night. I guarantee you that it'll be the funnest place on earth in Columbia, Missouri, at Rose Music Hall.
I'm certain of that. Tuesday will be the best place to be, certainly here in Columbia.
I'll be there.
I'm going to be there, and I imagine a few of the other people in the room here will be as well. I know Memphis Chris is going to be there, and and you know the Barroom Billies. I don't know if you're familiar with the band that's opening for y'all, but they're friends of ours too, and they're
great.
Yeah, they're a fun bunch too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've gotten to do a couple of shows with them before, and they always bring out the folks, and they put on a great show. So we're really excited to just give people a fun little. It's cold outside. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Well, I plan on saying hi on Tuesday night. Okay.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah. I got you some free swag.
Okay. All right. Look, I want to play one more on the way out here, and you've got a new one. The most recent release is a single. It's called Pop Song, and I played Honeybee before we got on the line with you here, but I thought I might play Pop Song, but I thought I might as well ask you if there's anything that you might want to hear. I'd be glad to play anything that you'd like to hear us play. Otherwise, I'll do that one.
No, Pop Song's it's a pop song. It's
okay,
very much. I was explaining to my dad, we were driving around. We were going to go see a Tom Petty cover song or cover band.
Yeah, wow, they're already doing that, huh?
Yeah. Tom Petty cover band.
Doesn't take long.
Yeah.
There are bands waiting in the wing just for people to die. They're just like, okay, we got all the songs, we're all ready, and boom, and then they just launch it the day after.
If anybody's looking to start a band right now, my recommendation just who's like one of
start a Bob Dylan cover band.
Oh yeah, Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, like
Pearl Jam. Yeah. That's got to be close.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but I was explaining that I got the line and kind of the idea for it from a Tom Petty documentary where they kept on saying like the key to a pop song, and just like you got to follow the rules. Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
Right.
I was just like trying to be very cheeky, and I had that riff that I came up with. Like this is the most obnoxious guitar pop riff ever. And so we just kind of ran with it, and it turned out a really fun time. And we recorded it, and it's part of a larger album that should be coming out next year. That's recorded with John Pettigo of.
Why is that name familiar?
Well, you probably know him because he's worked with some amazing artists, and he's an amazing artist himself. He has a band called The O's. He's also in 40 Acre Mule. He also has done all of Joshua Ray Walker's recordings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's worked with Old 97s.
Dang. Okay. Yeah.
He's an amazing producer, sound engineer, and he recorded that song. And we got our buddy Joshua Fleming from the Vandaliers. He does that epic scream at the beginning of the song and singing some crazy fifth harmony vocals with Elias, because I would never be able to reach that in real life. And then we have Christopher Tate from Electric Six providing all the fun synth noises and stuff like that. If anybody's around me and we start talking Volk, they'll just realize, like, wow, you guys are really obsessed with Electric Six. And we just like party rock stuff. So
I love
that's a song that we kind of like got to showcase Tate and kind of the fun stuff he's doing on the next album for us.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to play that one, and we're going to say goodbye, and only for a few days, though. We'll catch up on Tuesday at Rose Music Hall. Doors at 6:30. The band will be playing probably 7:30 or so, or at least the music will start 7:30 or so. And Volk, definitely awesome stuff, you can catch it at Rose this coming Tuesday night. So, Chris, I appreciate you getting with me, and I'm glad we worked it out, and I can't wait to say hi on Tuesday.
Thank you so much. Terribly sorry about that.
Oh, no, man, it's cool.
ADHD to the 9.
All right, and stick on the line for a minute if you want to hear this one here. This is called Pop Song.
Okay.
It's new music from Volk, and we'll be back in a few minutes. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
So hot, it's gonna unionize, crack it cold.
Wow. Yeah, hell yes, right? Talk about a bunch of sound coming from two musicians. Jesse, you were just commenting. It sounded like stadium rock.
Yeah, it's got some anthem rock to it. They're pumping a lot of sound out of just two people. That is impressive. Motley Crue levels of sound.
Yeah, man. All right, that's coming up this Tuesday evening at Rose Music Hall. You can catch the Barroom Billies opening for the Nashville duo Volk. We just spoke with Chris for a few minutes there, and him and Elias, they're just killing it. So, all right, let's get back to local stuff here. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We're on the web at kopn.org. We got Tilden Sullins in the house with us. We got Sam Quinlan.
Quilty,
close. All right. Right? Jeez, everyone's laughing. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's.
Been renamed by Mike.
Let's
not
play.
The first person.
Let's play some more music, but first, maybe. Let's chat a little bit more about what you have going on right now. You mentioned, Tilden, that you do all the recording on your own. You have like a home studio set up or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you do drums? That's one thing we didn't talk about.
So
is it electronic, or you got somebody actually playing a kit?
I'll like put in the beat. I've got like a MIDI controller, and I'll do like a rough beat and then kind of quantize. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I just like move it to where it's supposed to be, and then I'll add a couple things. I usually start with like the bass drum just to kind of get that, and then I like move into snare, and then I'll put some cymbals in there.
Okay.
And
but you build that all?
Yeah. I don't know. I want to get like a electric kit because I'm in an apartment. And I'm not trying to, make my upstairs neighbors shoot me with a shotgun.
Right. Yeah, you got to keep the peace, man.
Yeah. So, but it's, I make do. I do what I can, and it's worked so far. So I'll just do that until I can, progress a little bit more.
All right. Do you have? Okay. So when the two of you work together, in the same space?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. And you would be there with. What type of equipment, Sam, do you lend to the show?
Oh, usually I've just got my keyboard hooked up, and just trying to get the ball rolling, just putting down whatever. And
do you run your keyboard through an amp, or do you have effects for that too, or is that all just sort of just like
it's like running basically into like a MIDI or sort of thing that I've got.
It's the audio interface.
Yeah.
And we use all the different effects on there just to kind of get this tone that we're going for, or the tone that we didn't know we were going for. And
right, you get it where you like the way it sounds. And
yeah, and I mean, it's been working.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Let's play. That's my cue. That's like, okay. All right, Mike, shut up. Play another song. Right. So, all right. The one that I was considering opening the show with is your most recent single. It's called OWH, and it sort of stands for Out With Him.
Yeah.
And I dig it. It's a great song and relatively new. When did you guys put this one together?
So this one was just me. I was thinking about an ex, and I just kind of
Yeah.
I just kind
of. You don't have to say anymore, man. I was thinking about an ex.
Yeah. So I was like, let's get rid of these feelings real quick and kind of stick it to it. But
all right. Well, I think that's enough said. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. This is OWH, Tilden Sullins.
Sneaking out, coming home late, 'cause you're out with them, out with them. Seen it all, been here before, don't remind me that to cover up all your mistakes when you're out with him. Torch lights, staying up late all through the night, looking up just to fight again. I don't know when this ends. I've been here before. Don't remind me that you're poor. I already know. Already know. Torch lights, staying up late all through the night, looking up just to fight again. I don't know when this ends. Torch lights, staying up late all through the night, looking up just to fight again. I don't know when this ends.
Hey. You know, I love your songs, but they're relatively short. You kind of catch me by surprise there. I'm like, wow. Tilden Sullins there. That was a recent release called OWH, and I really like it, man. That's awesome, and that's all you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, 3 in the morning, and I was like, well, it's either write a song or cry, and I just picked both.
Yeah, you did both. Yeah. Well, anyway, I like it a lot. What do you have planned for for the new year here? Do you perform out and about much? I don't think perhaps.
I was just talking to him about it. I used to play some live shows, and it was fun. Like when I'm on stage, it feels right. Like I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But the build-up of, like the days beforehand, the whole time, I'm just like so anxious, and I'm just thinking like way too much. And I've kind of told myself, get over it, and I want to build up, the Columbia scene so I can play some live shows for this year. I would feel really good about doing it, and it's like us being here, I think it'd be like a good place to start, just kind of getting people listening. And
well, I'm definitely encouraging you.
Yeah, I got a venue
to do that. I think I think it's You're looking at a guy right there, and
I'll do it. I'll get wild on stage.
You can do whatever you want. I've been telling metal bands I want to get plastic put over the record so they can throw fake blood everywhere.
I'll get weird.
I am into it.
I'll get the band Mayhem. I'll get I'll get like Mayhem.
Bro, do I know Mayhem?
All right, so good. I hope that you get re-engaged and maybe performing publicly, and maybe putting a band together or something, or a larger band together, because your music's real good, and I'd like to see you doing it out there and sharing it with other people. So.
Thank you.
Okay, so you're a guitarist primarily, and we've got. We're about half an hour here. I'm supposed to do some promo. I'll do that in a minute. Let's do Gearhead and see what kind of pedals and stuff that Tilden uses. Do you have a bunch? Okay, so some people that listen to the show like to hear about what kind of guitar you have, and what kind of amp you use, and what kind of pedal setup you have, and how do you get your tone. And if you'd like to chat for a minute or two about that, I'm sure people would be interested.
So I really just use an acoustic. I rock stuff out on an acoustic guitar, and then I switch over.
Is it like an acoustic electric? Like, can you actually plug it in, or you just somehow have a mic on it? Or
it's an Ovation, so I'll plug it in, or it really just depends on what kind of sound I'm looking for, because I will just mic it up as well if I'm really kind of looking for a more live presence, sounding like you're in the room with the guitar rather than it's being played in front of you. But I whenever I'm writing something, I'll be sitting on my couch playing it on the Ovation, and then I'll switch over to my Strat and record stuff with the Strat. And I just go on to my, DAW and kind of mess around with settings until something sounds cool. There's a...
What sort of an amp do you play through, or when you're playing through an amp?
So when I play through an amp, I just use like a regular Fender. It's not much. It's something that I found at a pawn shop that I just thought looked cool, and I was like, yeah, man.
Hey.
So
it fires up when you turn it down, man.
Right, yeah. Right. It doesn't make any sort of screaming noises until I make it do it, and then
it screams when you want. That's good.
Good buzzes.
Yeah, it's only good buzzes. It doesn't have any like bad rattles.
I'm getting a pretty good buzz right now, as a matter of fact.
All right.
Anybody else hear it out there? No, that's the 4 to 6 p.m. KOPN buzz on Saturday afternoon. That's what you're feeling in the back of your head there. Anyway, okay. Pardon me for the digression.
No, you're good. For my mic setup, I use a AT. What is it, AT100?
Yeah, that's a nice mic.
It's pretty good, yeah. Like, I like doing weird stuff with it, Like, I like putting it in a cardboard box or something. Kind of stuff they were doing, like, in the 70s to try to make their stuff sound different.
Yeah,
like,
before all the effects were... I mean, it's amazing what people were doing.
Yeah,
the Beatles. I mean, think about what the Beatles did on those records with very, very few sort of technological assists.
I think the strangest thing, I had it in a Folgers can, and I put it behind a TV, so it sounded like very lo-fi.
Yeah.
And I was like kind of yelling into it, and I thought that worked pretty well. And I was like, well, good luck mimicking this, as if.
All right, so give me an example of is there any recorded material that you have where you were doing this type of thing, and I'll play something. Or is it too old for that?
It might be on my SoundCloud. I have do you have a means of looking up something on SoundCloud?
Yeah, but let's I'm
avoid it.
Yeah, I just don't have the I can't do it right now while we're on the air.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's better that way.
But why don't we play something from we've still got plenty of music to play from your most recent record, and I want to share some more of that with people.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Let's see. This album is called "At Least I Tried My Worst," and there are 9 songs on it. We've heard "Get Out of Town." I like "Cannonball."
Yeah.
Can we play that one?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's do that one. All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We've got Jesse Slade in the house from King Theodore Records. Manny Petty playing there next Friday. Jesse does some cool stuff there, and you should check out the record store. He's over there at Orr Street. Soon to be Art Alley.
Artist Alley.
Artist Alley. Man, I tell you what. The marketeers are
alliteration,
busy
man.
at work, right? Meanwhile, we've got Tilden and Sam in the house, and we're going to hear one from their most recent release. This one's called Cannonball, right? It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
With these passing
All right, there's a new one from Tilden Sullins. That one is called Cannonball, and we're just going to kind of keep it rolling here. But first, I will tell you that some of the funds for this program are provided by listener support. Let me get the microphone where it should be. And through a donation from Socket, as a locally owned internet phone and telecommunications provider for Missouri homes and businesses. Socket is proud to support community radio in Columbia and throughout Missouri. More information about Socket available at socket.net or by calling 1-800-SOCKET-3. Socket, unusually good internet, unusually good service. All right, now we have unusually good radio, unusually good music with Tilden Sullins, and this is a song that's called Hopefully. No, it isn't.
Whammy.
Now it is. Once again, Tilden Sullins. That's music from their 2023 release called At Least I Tried My Worst. And you're listening to it here. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
If you guys are familiar with, or fans of Seth John Stevens, by chance?
I don't know who that is.
Sufjan Stevens, like Illinois and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely hear some.
Yeah, I hear a little bit of that. I mean, there's a lot of different influences. You can definitely hear it. So
that was actually inspired by Cardi B, I think.
Wow, one of my most hated artists. I just absolutely can't stand her.
Oh yeah, the whole time we were listening to her,
which I love the fact that that's amazing though, because it shows you that no matter how bad something is, it can actually inspire something better. So I love it. That's great. Let's. All right, we're looking at 5:38. I want to play a few more songs. We've got time to talk though too. Is there anything that you'd like? I mean, did you have anything on your list that you said, hey, I want to make sure I talk about this when we're on with Mike, or anything that you got on your list?
I mean, not really. We just came here looking for a good time. You know?
Well, I hope you found it.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. I kept looking at the time, and I'm like, man, I don't really want this to end yet. Like,
we say that every Saturday. One of these days, we'll just do a total KOPN takeover. It'll be like, what was that movie where the guys like take over the radio station? And like, nope, they just lock the doors and we just broadcast. Airheads.
We were just
we were like, yeah, let's do it.
The first thing I wanted to say was like, so the only way we got airtime was because we replicated the movie Airheads.
yeah, I'd love it. All right, well, anyway, I'm glad you came down, and I appreciate you guys making the music that you're doing. And like I say, I hope we hear more from you, and maybe you make it a little bit more public. If nothing else, start producing for other people and writing and producing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of what I started like with Sam. So I started my own like record label, so I could have other artists. You know.
Good.
And I was like, Sam, let's make some music, man. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a label, you might as well put something on it.
Yeah, it's called Best Regards Records.
Okay, I like it.
So, you know, it's kind of that, you know, existential. It's like, I don't know, I stick with a theme of just sadness, so it's kind of cool.
All right.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't really know. I could play a little something on guitar or something if you guys want me to do that or whatever, but I'm totally cool with just talking it out and listening to some more music.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's listen to one called Sweet Sirens, okay?
For sure.
All right, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia. We've got time for one or two more, and then we'll turn it on over to Rashumba and a reggae party, baby. All right, get your dancing shoes on, pop a red stripe, and roll yourself a big fatty.
Might get another free Jamaican cruise.
It wasn't free. That Jamaican cruise.
It was
a surprise. It wasn't free. Yeah, there's a difference.
Well, it would have been a real surprise if it had been free.
It's really funny when somebody surprises you with something that you have to pay for. All right. It's Open Mic Radio, and this is Sweet Sirens. At least I tried my worst. New music from Tilden Sullins. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
This is Sam's vocals.
Oh, with Sam on the vocals.
There hasn't been a day you haven't crossed my mind, and I'll be lucky if you ever forgive me for leaving you behind. But the ship was sinking, the water came flooding under the door, so I cast you aside, hoping you could make it to shore. Oh, sweet sirens, I can't take this anymore. Oh, sweet sirens, take me away. And now I'm drowning, and the water's thick as mud. Then I come to, and I'm just face down in the bathtub. Oh, sweet sirens, take me away. Lost and confused, I've seen better days. Oh, sweet sirens, I can't take this anymore. Oh, sweet sirens, take me away. Oh, sweet sirens, take me away. Oh, sweet sirens, take me away. Oh, sweet sirens, take me away.
All right, it's Tilden Sullins, and we're going to sneak another one in here. That one's called Sweet Sirens, but I think we've got time. Let's play Hometown. Hey, you guys, what did we decide we were going to close the show with?
Rain Scene.
Rain Scene. Yes, and that's actually the song that closes out your album.
Love that one.
Yeah, it's a fantastic song.
Thank you.
But we've got time to do another one in between now and then. So I think I'm going to do "Wish We Do" before that, and then we're going to come and we'll say a quick goodbye to Tilden and Sam, get a little bit of information about how you might contact them if you're interested in it, and then we'll have Kurt get us on out of here. Okay. All right. Once again, it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, and here's another one from Tilden Sullins, Sam Quilty.
Quilty.
Yes, sorry. Right, I'll get it.
That's
I'll get it. It's better than Quinlan.
That's
right.
true.
The thing is, that's his protective service name, and you just doxed him, so now he has to move.
All right, with that, we'll get to the music. Which we do. Tilden Sullins, Sam Quilty. Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
I love the roses on my unmarked grave. I know it'll be my final resting place, 'cause it's where you said we just don't work out like I thought we did, or wish we do.
That's great stuff from Tilden Sullins and Sam Quilty. You're listening to it here. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
No doubt about it. I appreciate y'all listening. And
what is going on with this chair?
Do you have the trick chair?
I thought that was a joke chair.
It is. It's the trick chair, and we always move it around to different positions, so you never know if you're going to get it or not. But it's part of being a visitor here at KOPN, and
everybody gets
sort of a right.
What it's like being a weeble.
Sort of rite of passage. You got to sit on the chair and just drop all the way to the floor.
Yep.
So it's fun though.
Well, it's got like a weeble wobble to it.
All right.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, Mike.
All right, Kurt. What a fun show, you guys. Thank you.
Show.
All right, Sam and Tilden. Yeah, awesome.
Everybody get to the Blue Note tonight to see Ironweed.
Yeah, that's happening tonight. What else? Do we miss some? We're gonna play another one from these guys, by the way, before you guys close us out.
All right.
So,
okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I thought that's why you were like.
Well, no, I'm just getting you ready, man. You're always right. I'm just making sure you're ready.
I'm always.
You were like, I'm born ready.
I'm always a week ahead and a day late.
All right. No. Okay. So tonight we got a couple minutes. What's happening? Anything? Cafe Berlin. Of course, we have the jazz show tonight at Cafe Berlin.
Yep, $5 there.
And now the Missouri Jazz, all the whole festival thing is starting, right? It's like the Mo Jazz, or the Mo this, Mo that.
It's a rose today.
I think you can actually buy like a $50 ticket and go see any of them throughout the whole month.
Rose tonight's the Hip Hop Fest.
Hip Hop Fest tonight.
Yeah, it was Zeph Frank, Kong, and Nick at Night, Demo, Dunwan, and Dimple.
Okay, easy for you to say.
Anyway, that's tonight. And then, of course, Tuesday is Volk with Barbara
with the Bar and Billy's.
And then, actually, Thursday, we got to tell people about Samantha Furkey.
Oh, our girl.
That's at the Rose, yep.
Yeah, good friend of the program here. Fantastic jazz
8 o'clock
singer.
show for that.
Okay.
Yep. And then they're back on to Indie Fest is back as part of the Mo Fest Friday.
All right.
Yep.
And what's happening at Blue Note tonight?
And that's going to have Leica and...
Leica. That, we were talking about
tonight.
Rachel.
That's at the Indie Fest.
That's next week, yeah.
On Friday. Tonight.
Godfather's Pizza.
Yeah.
Can I take your order, please? Sorry, go ahead, Kurt.
Tonight at the Blue Note is... Let's see what that is, actually, Mike. It's the Bluegrass Fest, part of the Mo Fest.
All right.
It's got one-way traffic, Moonshroom, Met Sellers, and Ironweed.
All right,
Bluegrass Band.
Jeff, who was just here, that's his brother plays bass for Ironweed.
Yep, that is a great band. That's one of my favorite Columbia bands.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, so...
so you got to get down there. It's $15 for that show.
Anyway, all right. Let's see.
See you all there, by the way.
Okay, what do I got to say here?
You know what else I got?
I'm like dead air. I'm like, what? I'm like Beavis. All right, so
I know what else to say.
Yes, please.
Surprise, man! You going on a Jamaica cruise?
I wish. All right, coming up in the next few weeks. Okay, we have Secular Era. That'll be on the 20th of January. We're off next week. It'll be Big Cat Matt and Big Cat Matt and a Rockabilly Corner.
Yeah.
A reggae corner. I can't keep them straight. Anyway, Big Cat Rat and a Rockabilly Corner. I'm losing it, you guys. All right, next week we will be away. And we'll be back on the 20th of January with Secular Era. Ty Tombson on the 27th. Very excited about that. Hardy But Hardly on the 6th of February. We got Telepathy Club coming soon, Tri-County Liquidators, Lifeline, Lucas Oswald, the Royal Furs, and some of our other regular guests. We got a phone call here. Let's try to take it real quick. Hi, it's Open Mic Radio.
Hey, how's it going? This is Jeff Baskinson from Jazz Ford Initiative. How you doing?
Hey, Jeff, how are you? We're pretty tight for time. What do you got going, brother?
I just wanted to let you know that you were talking about the Mo Fest and all the activities going on over at Rose Music Hall and Blue Note and whatnot. I hate to say it, but the Mo Jazz Music Festival is not part of that.
Oh. All right.
So it's a completely separate freestanding festival that takes place in September.
Well, yeah, and we normally talk and visit about that. So hopefully that will be coming up again this September.
Right. Yeah, it will be. But I just want to let you know you had mentioned promoting all the MoFest activities.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Wanted to let you know that this is. Although I appreciate the plug, it's actually not happening until September.
Okay. All right, dude. I appreciate it. Happy New Year, Jeff.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too.
All right, man. Cheers. All right. Well, always good to be corrected. And let's finish things off here. We've got one more from Tilden Sullins, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. It's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. A quick word about this song, Rain Scene.
We just really like it a lot. I think that it was one of those songs that, so we really felt that the album was complete, and we just kind of got back in there and we're like, this just kind of like came together very easily and felt right. You know, it felt like, when they say, I didn't write it, it was written through me.
Yeah.
That's not at all what happened. I just wanted to randomly throw that in there. I wrote it.
I've never had that happen.
Yeah, it's never happened to me. That seems very weird.
Yes.
But we really enjoyed it a lot. So I hope that everybody else does too.
All right, this is the final closeout song on the record. At least I tried my worst. It's Tilden Sullins, wonderful project here and a great effort from him and Sam Quilty. This is, once again, the last song on the record is called Rain Scene. And it's Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia, 89.5 FM. We'll be back in a few minutes. Say goodbye.
Crying in the rain, you say, tell me you're done. I can't believe you're over me. I mean, look how far we've come. Look how much we've done, baby. Only love me, say you need me, kiss me, darling, please don't leave me. I'll be here waiting. Someone told me love something, you gotta set it free, my friend, and if it returns, it'll be yours. Can't believe the only place I wanna be just doesn't need me anymore. I mean, look how far we've come, look how much we've done. Thought we were having fun. Only love me, say you need me, kiss me, darling, please don't leave me. I'll be here waiting. Someone told me love something, you gotta set it free, my friend, and if it returns, it'll be yours.
All right. Well, there you have it. Wonderful stuff from Tilden Sullins. Great stuff. And thrilled to have you guys here on the program. Thanks again, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, man.
How do people get a hold of you?
So every Wednesday night at 4 a.m., I do covers of G.G. Allen on top of the Tiger Tower. And if you want to get a hold of me, you have to evade the cops that are trying to actively tackle me. But otherwise, you can reach me at Instagram, Tilden_Sullins, TILDEN_SULLINS.
Yeah, and if you know my Instagram or whatever, I'm kind of connected to his now, so you can find it because we're posting a bunch of stuff together the last couple of days. So.
Yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah.
You like that artwork, by the way?
Amazing. Who did it?
Me.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me.
I just wanted to brag on myself.
Well, I'm glad you did. I appreciate everything you do, and I want you to keep doing it.
Hey,
all right.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you for having Sam and I. It's been really cool.
You're welcome, and
Keep it up, fellas.
you know, I tell everyone that once they've been on the program, we have essentially an open door policy. Any Saturday afternoon, if you're just got nothing better to do, stop down and say hi, and we'll have a quick chat.
Oh, thank you so much.
And bring your guitar next time. You play a song or two for us, all right?
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah, and when we make it big, you got a place to eat. You'll be at our table.
Well, I tell you what, I look forward to it, and you just know you got a friend over here, okay?
All right, thanks, man.
All right, take care. All right, Tilden Sullins, awesome. Sam Quilty as well. Cheers, Sam.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, that is about going to wrap it up, all right? Email address, Mike Hagan at MikeHagan.com. Website, MikeHagan.com. Podcast, send me music if you would like to appear on the show. And that's about it, all right? We got a bunch of great stuff coming up over the next few weeks, and we're kind of running out of time here, but let's get it down, all right? You've been listening to Open Mic Radio, KOPN Columbia.
Thanks
Hope you
for
all
tuning in.
enjoy the weekend. Be cool to yourself. Be cool to other people out there, please, all right? Stick around for Rosh Shumba, and we'll catch y'all
Rosh Shumba!
in a couple of weeks. Kurt, get us on out of here.
night and lay